the biggest challenge, if you remember, during COVID, after the initial wave when we sought to protect our peoples, we all scrambled around for PPEs and gloves and sanitizers and whatever was needed as an immediate response was for vaccines. Now, vaccines naturally were produced by a few countries, but were consumed by all. And what we had was a very interesting and, to my mind, a very revealing indication of national characters. There were countries who stockpiled vaccines. I remember one in particular, being from the diplomatic world. I won't mention its name. But they had actually vaccines for 8 times the population of that country. Clearly, it was not a developing country. You can guess that. And there were others who actually had no hope of getting anywhere near vaccines. And it wasn't just, the well-being at home. Because if you all remember, the vaccination also became the basis for travel. So the absence of vaccines also meant, in a way, discrimination on travel and discrimination on economic activities. So it's kind of like a downward spiral. Now, at that time, India happened to be a country which actually sort of rose to the occasion, and we had a pharmaceutical industry which was able to churn out vaccines in very, very large numbers and with a very high degree of efficiency. We had also obligations, which obviously we fulfilled. And then when we looked at the world, I still remember my Prime Minister posing this question to us, saying, okay, we have started our vaccination, and we are a country of 1.4 billion plus. What about those who don't have access to vaccines, have no prospect of getting those vaccines? So how long do they wait, and do we have an obligation to do something about it? So to cut a long story short, we actually ended up supplying vaccines to a very large number of countries and to international initiatives, obviously, which were designed to distribute vaccines, almost at the very time when we began our own vaccination. So when I said one of the characteristics of a good partner is a nation which is able to harmonize its national interests with a commitment to global good, I put before you the experience of the COVID and the vaccine supply as a good example.